Hello, welcome in everybody. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for April the 9th. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid, so this could play out today. This could play out at any point in time. The message may or may not be for you, so just take what resonates, leave behind the rest. I do like to talk about the astrology a little bit. I like to go into the channeling that I sit in meditation every morning, and then I like to jump in with the cards, and so I will timestamp the reading. So if you want to jump ahead to the cards, you go right ahead and jump ahead to the cards. But let's get into the channeling that I sat with this morning in meditation before jumping in with the cards. And so I was sitting in this very affluent energy. It was like a divine feminine. I was sitting in the world energy with the Empress, and so there's like a divine feminine, or the divine feminine collective as a whole is gaining a lot of affluency. And so that was a big message. A lot of the divine feminine collective are achieving like this state of balance, this state of alignment, this state of harmony. And so many divine feminine are reaching a time of successful completion when it comes to closing out a major cycle in your life. And so if you resonate as a divine feminine, I do feel the energy is really bringing forward massive potential for planting those seeds towards success, fulfillment, and abundance. And I just felt like this overwhelming joy is what it felt like a recovery of health, a recovery of vitality. It just felt like manifesting the outcome of your desires. So keep focusing on your knowledge. Keep focusing on letting go of the burdens of the past. We are still kind of sitting in a little bit of that new moon energy. And so how can you embrace the future possibilities all while letting go of the burdens of the past? So 10 of Wands energy. We have to close this chapter so we can start anew is a big message. And so whatever efforts you put in on your healing journey, they will pay off in the end. We need to remember it is a journey. It takes time. Time does heal all wounds. And so we're in this major transitionary period in the collective, and it may be hard for some of you. I know it's hard right now for a lot of us when it comes to unexpected changes, unexpected endings. And so we do need to keep trusting in the higher power when it comes to being focused on growth. So on the flip side, I was kind of tapped into this almost like a concealed energy as well below the surface, a very concealed energy connected to somebody internalizing a lot of shame. There was a lot of internalized shame coming up as well when it comes to maybe immoral actions, dishonorable actions. There was something in the energy that felt very triggering, maybe leading to some type of social embarrassment. And so we need to keep our emotional, physical, and mental health in check on the journey, because if our positive feelings get interrupted, we can easily spiral into the shadowy energies of the collective consciousness. So we're closing out major cycles. We're closing out major chapters. 555 was a big sync for me yesterday, and 717 has been really loud. So 717, that energy, I really had to channel that, and I came up with the moon and the sun is what came through in my third eye with the Justice card and the Magician. And the 555 energy really brought forward this Queen of Wands, Temperance energy for me in the energies that I felt while I was focusing on these syncs that kept appearing. And so fully embrace your creative self, I feel, is a big message. 555 is like fully embrace any changes. Dive into the changes head first, because change is the only thing that's constant in this life is change, right? Everything is in constant motion. Everything is in constant state of change, metamorphosis, right? We're always changing from one state of being to the next, right? From day in and day out. There are no 2 days exactly the same. And so fully embrace your creative self. That's what the new moon in Taurus, I feel, really asked us to do, is to embrace our creative self, our ability to tap into our raw talents, our ability to embrace our edgy traits. And I think that's what the Lilith and Virgo energy is saying. Hey, get rid of the shame and tap into that rebellious, innate nature of who you really are at the core. 444 on the timer. And so we are always divinely protected when we choose to balance our creative self and to follow the path of self-mastery. And so it is a lifelong journey. We never stop learning, we never stop growing. And so patience is key, moderation is key when it comes to like approaching the journey and tapping into all of this inner creativity. We all have a creative juice that flows through us. We all have a flame that really gives us purpose. I guess I would call that the Vesta, right? The hearth, the flame within you that gives you the drive to create, to embrace your intuition, to achieve your goals. And so right now we're being asked to only make decisions coming from a place of integrity, right? That's how I live. And, you know, when we create our own reality, we do need to remember that our actions, our thoughts, and our feelings all have to align as one whole aligned energy. And so thoughts, feelings, emotions, actions, they all have to align. And so we have to make decisions from a place of integrity. Otherwise, it's going to make it very difficult to close out these past cycles. And so we need to remember too, as with all transformations, there is a void period. And the collective is in a major period of growth, transformation as a whole. And so our job is to stay balanced in our own life. And so the sun and the moon was bringing forward the yin and the yang energies of life as a whole. And so the sun and the moon balance each other out. And so we need to have balance in our lives as chaos kind of ensues the collective, because we are the ones holding the light, holding the space for the collective. So let's get into it with some cards. I'm going to try and remember timestamp. So we're going to jump in with the cards. And because my daughter just got home from Greece, she just got home last night from her 10-day vacation in Greece with some family members. And I thought, what a beautiful way to do the reading today by tapping in to start with the Isis Oracle deck. We're gonna tap into these ancient, mysterious energies, and we're gonna see what needs to come through with the Isis Oracle. Greek mythology was very loud for me last night. It was just so beautiful. My daughter got home. She got home late last night, just before 10 p.m. She come in and she gave me the biggest, longest hug, and she started bawling right away. It was just so good to have her home, and I think she was just so happy to be home, even though she enjoyed herself, and she had such a good time. We've been unpacking, going through all of the souvenirs, and so the energy was pretty strong when she got home last night. So let's get into it today. Let's see what needs to come through for the collective, for a message. Keep in mind, this reading is not sign specific. I will call out any zodiac signs that I do feel me mentioning throughout the reading. But we do get the divine sun child coming out. The sun energy is the representation of the masculine. And so there is some type of blessing energy. I feel initiation. I do feel divine masculine energy coming through. And we get divine destiny on the cut. And so this is the path that we chose. We chose the path of the divine warrior. And so I do feel a wounded healer energy coming through. We do have Chiron and Aries right now. And so somebody is like descending into the depths of the subconscious. I feel there could be some Akashic memories coming back online for a divine masculine. But ultimately, the great descent does allow us to embody being that pillar of light, the lighthouse energy. And then we get the wings of Isis. So I feel a lot of transcendence, a lot of ascension energy when it comes to reuniting with the higher self. So let's get a couple of these out and let's see what needs to come through for a message today. Look at that one right out the gate. We got the knot of Isis. And so there could be a detangling energy. I feel like something is being destabilized. Something is buckling. There's like a foundation buckling here. And there is an awakening of a new divine perception. So we get Pisces energy coming through. So somebody here, I feel, is going through some type of third eye awakening. Temple of Carnelian. You might want to work with Carnelian in the energies over the coming days. But somebody is entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet here. And so somebody, I feel, is having an awakening. And they are buckling at the soul recognition of their beloved. That's how that's coming through. Somebody is awakening for sure to maybe a beloved connection that they might have turned their back on. And so there's solar plexus energy coming through as well. There's a need to take action. There's a need to find the strength to take action. And then look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we get the divine sisterhood. And below that, we get the brother in darkness. So that is just confirming a divine masculine coming through, and the energies going through some type of spiritual initiation, spiritual testing. It's a spiritual testing energy coming through. And there is some type of community of spiritual sisterhood that is holding space for a divine masculine or the brotherhood that is overcome in a state of darkness. There is a masculine coming through, or the masculine collective in general is being overcome by negative energy. And the feminine power, the feminine sisterhood is what's holding the space as a divine masculine goes through this initiation. Very interesting. Yeah, and so somebody's life, I feel, is kind of spinning out of control, is what it feels like as they enter into the dark mystery. So there is some type of deep soul healing. There is some type of deep soul retrieval going on. Recognition of a counterpart is what it feels like. And there's a lot of lower vibrational forces, I feel, that have been conjured that are needing to be worked through. Maybe this is connected to a thought pattern, but I feel some past life karma. Awakening to some past life karma, and I just feel this energetic buckling. So something could be buckling. That's the only word that I can come up with, like an energetic buckling of sorts. So the initiation, let's read out of the book with the initiation card. Let's read out of the book for that. Let's find that in the book, because I do feel like somebody is being haunted by the past. If you look at the card, you see it looks like Lady Isis. And you've got this energy kind of sitting in the consciousness, right? So there's something in the back of somebody's head, a haunting type energy. I am drawn to the initiation. So let me see if I can find it very quickly. I'm wondering if it's in alphabetical order. I usually don't read out of the books, but I don't use this deck very often, guys. So I hope you're still with me. I found it. So we are in an initiation period of being spiritually tested. So there is, I feel, a situation here. Somebody is being initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, facing a moment, I think, of deep challenges is what it says. And so the key within the challenges is to find the light from within. And so there is a divine masculine, I feel, that is awakening, that is learning, that is growing, that is coming into some type of wisdom. We could have like a summoning energy, like somebody's been summoned to face these challenges and turn it into an opportunity for healing and growth. Lady Isis is coming through too. I feel like a very hot energy running up my spine. So there could be like Kundalini rising energy, and I'm getting a tingle at the top of my head right now. And so we have to grow through the light. Somebody here is definitely advancing on the spiritual path. And so we need to remember too, initiations will happen in various stages. They will happen at various points, pressure points in our life. And so sometimes it might feel like your entire life is an initiation where everything is buckling, everything is destabilizing, and the energy is there to kind of get you to enter into this awakening process of gaining that new perspective. 1331 on the timer. So there is a mirroring energy for sure coming through. And so I know for me right now, it feels like everything in my life is flowing in a lot of areas, but there are still frustrations that I've been working through too in the energies. And so if you've been seeking some type of confirmation, suffering is a part of the journey, but the the needless suffering isn't. So we all have a choice to step out of situations. We don't need to keep ourselves stuck, right? And so there's light within the struggles, though. There's always the light at the end of the tunnel when we face struggles. And so I just feel some type of solar flare energy has come in and brought in almost like an unbearable truth, like the illumination of an unbearable truth, so somebody can understand all aspects of the opportunity for growth. So somebody here has been like disguising their true motives or disguising their true feelings. And so we are here to honor our truth. We are here to honor life. Life is a gift. And when we take life for granted, then the universe is going to pressure us to reorient our perception, right? We're not here to take life for granted. Many of us are great spiritual teachers. many of us are great spiritual teachers, and I do feel we also need to stay focused, right? There's a divine feminine here that needs to stay focused as a masculine goes through this initiation. You might be feeling a counterpart go through an initiation. You are being asked to hold your power, hold your peace, hold your self-possession in a state of unconditional love. So stay focused, because there is somebody going through like the desert passageway of a transformation, and you have already deeply transformed is what it feels like. So this person is going to be far, far away from you. This person is not in contact with you. This person is not allowed to come to travel before you until they are fully aware of this perception shift, is kind of what it feels like. So let's go a little bit further with the tarot. Let's see what else needs to come through with the tarot. We're going to stick with the mythology theme, and we are going to use the Mythic Tarot today. One of my favorite decks. Look at that. We get the Five of Swords, we get the Hermit. So somebody is a great teacher here. There is a great teacher awakening. I just feel like harvest. I want to say crack the whip. And so there is somebody here that I feel is kind of in hiding, having to face some type of judgment when it comes to some past behavior. There's some challenging energies here. It's like you can't avoid this self-reflection. So the Five of Swords is challenging, right? The Five of Swords can represent many things. It can represent self-deception. It can represent betrayal. There's a need to come clean. There's a need to face some type of judgment and to recognize where maybe you've been your own worst critic. But let's keep going here. We got Virgo energy and we got air. So we're going to do 9 cards. We're going to see what needs to come through today for a message for the collective. But like a spiritual community is coming together is what it feels like. And the divine feminine power is definitely overcoming challenges. So we got one that kind of fell out. We get the Five of Pentacles. I'm going to set it aside. And so collectively we are closing out cycles of lack, cycles of abandonment, cycles of codependency here. We could have somebody here that is homeless or is overcoming homelessness. It feels like somebody is kind of hitting at a rock bottom. Oh, but I like this. We get the Star. So there's that Aquarian energy. But this is also like the opening of Pandora's box. And so the story of Pandora is like everything is out there naked to see, right? And so this is about authenticity. The Age of Aquarius is about allowing all of the moths out, right? Allowing all of the darkness out in order to go through this healing. And so there's almost like a temperance type angel bringing forward this truth. So once Pandora's box is open, there is a need to self-reflect, right? It's like all of the darkness, all of the snakes are out on the table. The Star, we get the Three of Swords. And so there is a deep healing portal coming through. And then we get the Fool. So there's that new beginning that I felt in my channeling. There's a new beginning here. There really is, after maybe 3 years of healing from betrayal, healing from heartbreak. You see 2 men and a woman on the card. There could be third party here for sure. But I feel everything is out on the table. There's no going back. And this is going to allow the challenges to be presented in order to release the past baggage to take that leap of faith. So we get Aries energy. We get the Seven of Wands. And so this is key 33 in the tarot. This is the teacher of the teacher. And so somebody here has been to battle. Somebody here has really been in the throes of facing a lot of challenges. And let me tell you, when you start speaking that truth and you expose all of the snakes, they will come at you, right? So somebody here I feel is really needing to defend themselves as they walk away from a situation. I just heard the walk of shame. So somebody's walking the walk of shame. There is an ending here. There is a need to walk away from everything that is not serving your path. And we get the Empress. So there's that divine feminine energy. And that is what the divine feminine is being asked to do as well. Leave the past behind. Leave the past baggage behind. Something about November. There might be something from last November where there was maybe an awakening or an opening or a possibility to plant a seed. So this could be closing out like a 6-month cycle. But we do have a divine feminine here, Taurus, Libra, that is about to reap a harvest, I feel. That is about to reap some rewards, maybe connected to a Scorpio or a Sag, doesn't have to be. But then we get the Wheel. We definitely have a Divine Feminine coming into abundance. And so there's that sisterhood energy. So you got like 3 women here weaving the wheel. So it's like weaving something, building a sisterhood. And on the top of the wheel, it looks like a guru, a masculine coming out of the cave. And so there is a divine sisterhood here that has been holding the space for the brotherhood of light, for the divine masculine collective. Oh my goodness, there's that temperance angel that I saw on the star card. So something here is coming full circle. There is some type of integration going on here. There's that Sagittarius energy. There is also like some type of alchemical process. Healing from a broken heart, healing from an ending. This could be like closing out an 8-year cycle. So there's like an underlying 2 of Cups energy, maybe after 5 years of grieving, 5 years of healing, of clearing, of stepping into authenticity and mastering self-love. There's a feminine here that is like a teacher, for sure, that has really harnessed her feminine power, is definitely a spiritual teacher, I feel, holding space for somebody. So the overall outcome is the 2 of Swords. And so there is a block here. There is an Empress being blocked, or there's blocks that need to be removed before bringing an offer towards her. Oh, yeah. We get the Queen of Swords and we get the 3 of Cups. There's cutting out some third party here. So we could have a public speaker here too. So we got somebody pouring out her cup of love, because it's not about the feelings, it's about the facts. And so there is some third-party energy here that needs to be cleared up. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The moon is going to be moving into Gemini. We're going to have some Gemini moon transits over the next couple of days. But there is like the bride energy, right? And so the chosen one, I want to say. And we get like 3 sirens below. And so discernment is going to be key in the energies. There is wish fulfillment here, for sure. Definitely, without a doubt. And so there is a blessing here. There is a divinely ordained union here. So there is a reconciliation. So if you look at this 9 of Cups, we get the 6 of Cups down below here. And we get the 2 of Cups. And then we get the blessing. And so there is a divinely ordained union, and there is a need to cut out a third party. And there has been, I feel, like a 5-year process here of learning to not cry over the spilt milk. So we got 4 cups toppled over in this 5 of Cups, and we got 1 upright. And we got a feminine on the card that I feel maybe somebody snuck away from her or ran. We got a runner here, and we got a feminine that had to pick herself up here and learn to love herself. So something about those eclipses, I feel, brought in a major shift. I feel this energy of an unexpected arrival with a soulmate, with the 2 dolphins on the card. This is the 8 of Wands. And so get ready to receive news is what I'm feeling. There's news coming in connected to a union of sorts. 2 people that will likely work very well together. And so if you've been waiting to receive news, it is coming, because there is an unexpected choice in love, the Lovers. So there is a union, a divinely ordained union here, and somebody is getting ready to take steps to come in, I feel, and seek forgiveness. This person might even be coming and begging on their knees. Will you accept me back? Please, 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 please. I'm ready to rise. I'm ready to take charge. I've gotten a hold of my life. I'm ready to plant this seed with you. So we could have a potential Cancer coming in saying, hey, I want to bring in an offer. I'm ready to bring in an offer. I'm at the crossroads and I see love here. So there is a counterpart union coming through today in the energies, divine masculine, divine feminine. We definitely have a divine feminine here that has faced a lot of emotional challenges and maybe has been flying solo for a long time, praying. I'm hearing that Taylor Swift song, Prophecy, like somebody that's prayed for things to change, that has done the deep inner work. We've got the wounded healer coming through here. We got Chiron, the wounded healer. So we've got somebody here deeply wounded at the crossroads, and we've got a masculine about to come in and take action because they have been guided to face these challenges headstrong. I feel like a download, like an activation, And there is some karmic justice playing out here. There is an awakening for sure with the judgment, Kundalini. And so there is a process of soul retrieval going on here, and there is a spark that has been ignited. And somebody is coming in very passionately with an offer here. So what do you need to leave behind in order to bring something into illumination? Because I do feel this Lion's Gate is the Lion's Gate where we leave behind that soul suppression, that depression, the Four of Cups. This is where we kind of sit down at the table and we lay it all out there. We have that conversation. We learn to master independence so we can close out these cycles of codependencies, these cycles of third party, so we can have those divine unions. And so there is like a Two of Cups energy here. But if you look at this Two of Cups, she's tied to a rock, and there's an angel holding an Ace of Cups behind her, almost like, looks like he's going to stab her, like Cupid or something. And then we got the Ace of Cups down here at her feet. So somebody was down on their knees, I feel, begging. Somebody, I feel, this is like an ordained contract. You cannot escape this union. And there's like a feminine that feels like she's been stuck on the path and trapped in this Two of Cups union and can't get out of it until this reaches completion. And so I kind of see like two women on the card here is what it looks like to me. And the one woman in red, I feel, would be like the block. And we got like this man shrouded in darkness is what it feels like. And then we got the bride in the middle. And so monkey in the middle. That's interesting. I was born the year of the monkey. Somebody here, I feel, is just like stressed with having to make this decision, and they're being haunted by the past. And so there is a need to rebalance some type of injustice here, and somebody's being haunted by their ancestors, by the past, and they're going to have to go back, I think, to somebody that they might have left for dead, left rock bottom on the ground, recognizing like, yeah, I did that to my Ten of Cups. So I think somebody is basically coming in on their knees with an apology. So get ready for unexpected communication. I don't think you're going to see this communication coming, but it is going to lead to an abundant future. And this is what's right. This is what is justice, Libra. And so checkmate. I think it's been like a process. I think somebody here in the past was playing some games, and now they're going through a karmic reckoning. And with the owl energy, there is a divine feminine that has been guided every step of the way. I'm a Lilith in Libra, and let me tell you, injustice for me never sits right. And so there is a rebalancing, and there is a golden opportunity here. But somebody's going to have to find their strengths to come out of this process of emotional depth. And we've got a feminine that I feel has waited, has walked the walk of shame, has been waiting in the dark for somebody to face their challenges and to get themselves unblocked. There's definitely a third party block, and it could be this Queen of Swords. She could be out for revenge. The Queen of Swords can be very bitter at times, right? Because she's got no love left to give, and she's ready to use that sword too. So let's get a closing message here. Let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. We're at 30 minutes, but let's keep it simple. Let's get a closing message. Before closing out the reading, I would like to mention that there is a membership side of the channel. If you would like to be a channel member, I would love to have you over on the membership side of the channel. I go live every Thursday at noon, and we do ascension chats, we do card pulls, whatever is going to help you grow and evolve. That's the goal on the membership side. I also post bonus birthday messages for each of the zodiacs each month. So Aquarius through Taurus is already posted for the year. Go check it out. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, go check out the new webpage. It's been up and running for a couple months now. A nice, easy way to book in with me if you'd like to book in. So go check it out. There'll be video card links above, or there is a link below in the description box. But what is a closing message for the collective today? I want to point out too, there is an alchemical union here. There is a completion. Something is coming full circle. The world. So I also feel we've got two master manifestors coming through. So what's the closing message? I am using the Dharma deck today, a wisdom from the Vedas. So virtue is the closing message today. So fortitude, forgiveness, self-control, honesty, purity of body and mind, and a sense of self-control. So we are in a portal of studying the higher scriptures, studying higher truthfulness, the supreme truthfulness. Meditate on that ultimate supreme truth for yourself. Freedom from anger. So the truth will always set us free, but first it's going to shatter illusions. And so the tenfold path of virtue is coming through. Top of the deck, we get guru. We do have a guru here, and there are impediments to face. There are impediments to face, and so there is somebody here breaking free from some type of conditioning. There is a conditioned soul wanderer warrior coming through that is likely traversing different timelines at this time, recognizing the different forms and bodies that they have gone through. It's almost like a past life review when you cross over type energy coming through. And so grace is descending on somebody, and their spiritual path is being accelerated and ignited and beginning, because somebody here is a guru. So there's impediments here, and so there are certain things that will block. There are certain things that will block our spiritual path. And so if we are overworking, if we're working too hard and we're not in the flow, that could be a block. If we eat too much, if we overindulge, if we accumulate too many material things, that can be a block. If we're greedy for wealth and recognition, that can be a block. If you are greedy when it comes to only doing this for money, then you're not really following a spiritual path. If you're following a spiritual path without complete and full understanding of your journey, then you're not really following a spiritual path at all. We are always learning. We are always growing. And I think the big message is keep worldly company, keep an open mind, keep an open perspective, because I also feel there is a feminine coming into a lot of affluency, a lot of recognition, and a lot of wealth, and greed. And greed is always going to be there in the back, right? So do not allow greed to impede your journey. Look at that. We get greed here. So do not allow greed to impede your journey, because the more wealth we accumulate, the more greedy we can be. And so don't be blinded by the material aspects of the planet. We are there to use it for our mission, but for it not to overcome us, right? And so watch your lustful desires. Be defensive when it comes to the devil, because the devil comes disguised as everything you've ever wanted, but it's usually a trick. So that's kind of what I got. Maybe that's the spiritual test. Don't be fooled by the devil. But that's what I got for a message today, guys. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.